1A. U.S. Safeguard researcher has said that our moon is home to outside innovation and extraterrestrials that work intimately with governments from around the globe. As indicated by John Podesta, previous chief of staff for Bill Clinton, and advocate to Barack Obama, reality about the moon is being kept avoided people in general. I'm suspicious about numerous things, including the idea that legislature dependably knows best, and that the general population can't be trusted with reality. An opportunity to pull the window ornament back regarding this matter is long past due. We have explanations from the most tenable sources, those in a situation to know, about an interesting marvel, the nature of which is yet to be resolved. John Podesta, taken from Leslie Kean's book UFOs, Generals, Pilots, and Government Officials Go on the Record. AggregateEvolution.com reports, Dr. John Brandenburg, Ph.D. is a plasma physicist. He did his graduate work in California at Lawrence Livermore National Lab in controlled plasmas for combination control, and has worked in vitality, protection, and space inquiry about for various years. He is right now an expert at Morningstar Connected Physics LLC, and low-maintenance educator of astronomy, physics, and mathematics at Madison College. He is the standard creator of the MET, microwave electrothermal, plasma thruster utilizing water force for space impetus. Brandenburg was engaged with the Clementine mission to the Moon, which was a piece of a joint space venture between the Ballistic Missile Defense Organization, BMDO, and NASA. The mission found water at the Moon's posts in 1994. He was the representative chief of that mission. Source, page 16 of 18. Source. It's vital to say here that the Russian government as of late required a global examination concerning the U.S. moon arrivals with respect to missing ancient rarities, lunar shake, and the disappearance of film. As per Brandenburg, it was, the Clementine mission, a photograph observation mission fundamentally to look at in the event that somebody was building bases on the moon that we didn't think about. Is it true that they were extending them? Source. He additionally went ahead to express that after the finishing of the Clementine mission, they were broke down by a tip-top resistance office group with the most noteworthy exceptional status. They essentially minded their own business and simply did their work, and we were advised not to meddle with them. Source. The mission was intended to research and guide all edges of the moon. This is an exceptionally concise foundation of somebody who is obviously an all-around regarded scholarly in his field. In the relatively recent past, he joined a long and developing rundown of scholastics who are pulling back the shade that has been blinding the majority for what is by all accounts quite a while, despite the fact that this subject is still derided by some in the scholarly world. It was amid the Clementine mission, all the more particularly, the mapping of the lunar surface, that he started to presume an extraterrestrial nearness on the moon. Of the considerable number of pictures I've seen from the moon that show conceivable structures, the most noteworthy is a photo of a miles-wide rectostrate structure. This looked indisputably counterfeit, and it shouldn't be there. As some person in the space resistance network, I look on any such structure on the moon with extraordinary concern since it isn't our own. It is highly unlikely we could have assembled a wonder such as this. It implies another person is up there. Source. He's likewise been cited as saying, "We knew there was a plausibility of an obscure nearness, perhaps outsider, extraterrestrial close to the Earth. There I am sitting in a room of resigned Armed Force and Air Force commanders and a couple of chiefs of naval operations, and we're watching what resembles a firefight in space. The most senior general there swung to me and stated, 'Where do you believe they're from?' And I stated, 'I don't know, sir, I've heard they're from 40 light a long time from here.'" Source. Brandenburg was and still is an extremely regarded scholarly. He did, notwithstanding, open himself up to much feedback in 2012 when he proposed there was proof of a nuclear war on Mars in the far-off past. From that point forward, he has been vigorously censured, as has any of the many dependable witnesses that have now approached to talk about the extraterrestrial reality. With an ever-increasing number of individuals like Brandenburg approaching, the shame related with such claims is gradually being relieved, giving others the bravery to share their stories. Here are a couple of statements from other scholastics, taken from a not insignificant rundown. Shrewd creatures from other star frameworks have been and are going by our planet Earth. They are differently alluded to as visitors, others, star people, ETs, and so on. They are going by Earth now. This doesn't involve guess or insightful reasoning. Theodore C. Loader III, Ph.D., Professor Emeritus of Earth Sciences, University of New Hampshire. Source. There is another way, regardless of whether it's wormholes or distorting space. There must be an approach to produce vitality with the goal that you can haul it out of the vacuum, and the way that they're here demonstrates to us that they found a way. Source: Jack Kasher, Ph.D., Professor Emeritus of Material Science, University of Nebraska. There is bounteous confirmation that we are being reached, that civic establishments have been going by us for quite a while. That their appearance is odd from any sort of conventional materialistic Western perspective. That these guests utilize the advances of awareness, they utilize droids, they utilize co-turning attractive plates for their drive frameworks. That is by all accounts a shared factor of the UFO marvel. Source: Dr. Brian O'Leary, former NASA space traveler and Princeton material science teacher.